KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to the Wise Guys Construction Braves Basketball pregame show. Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa at 785-229-5651. Now for a preview of this Ottawa University Braves basketball broadcast, here's KOFO's David Potter.
Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show, part 2. I'm David Potter with KOFO here in southern Kansas as Southwestern College, the Mound Builders, set to take on the OU Braves. The men's team set to do battle now after the women's team set the tone with the big 18-point victory in Game 1, but this Southwestern College team on the men's side has seen a little more success than their counterparts on the women's side have. They're sitting at 6-5 in the conference, 13-6 overall. Just to give you an idea of what the conference looks like right now, you've got Tabor on top at 10-1. They're the only ranked team, sitting at 23rd. York, the team that the Braves just played and had a hard time keeping up with, is second. They're receiving votes for the top 25, sitting at 9-2. Then you've got St. Mary and Friends tied for third at 7-4. Southwestern and Bethany tied for fifth at 6-5. Ottawa is all alone in seventh at 5-6. Then you have a three-way tie at 4-7 between Bethel, Oklahoma Wesleyan, and Sterling. And then Kansas Wesleyan and 1-10 McPherson round it out. So the Braves all alone in seventh place, but could work themselves into a tie for fifth with Southwestern with a win here. And we've talked with Coach Stiebenthal on Hoop Talk, and something he definitely wants for this team to be able to do is get some wins over the teams above them in the standings and try and cement themselves a spot where they'll at least be playing at home in the opening round of the KCAC tournament, and a win on the road over Southwestern, making up for the loss the first time these two teams played, would go a long way toward that. It would knock Southwestern down to 500 and push OU back up to 6-6 in conference play. Now, as I mentioned, this is not the first time these two teams have played this season. Again, we're to the point where the KCAC schedule rolls over and everyone's played everyone once, so it's time to start back over with the first conference team you played. And for OU, that was Southwestern in Wilson Fieldhouse back on November 17th. OU jumped out to an early lead in that one, but Southwestern came back, and the two teams kind of did battle pretty evenly to a 38-38 tie at halftime. But then early on in the second half, Southwestern went on a 10-2 run, and they took the lead based on that, and then they never trailed again. Their leading scorer, Cameron Hunt, put up 32 points in that one as they were able to get the 10-point victory over the Braves in Ottawa. But another thing that we talked to Coach Stiebenthal about is that he does feel like that was an OU team that really hadn't gelled, hadn't come together, and the pieces hadn't really all fit together yet, or at least the players hadn't yet worked out a way to make them all fit. But since then, they went on that 4-game winning streak in KCAC play there. They gave them a big confidence boost, and they've played better basketball since that opening to the KCAC conference season. So we'll see if maybe this is a OU team that has it a little more together overall than the team that lost to Southwestern a couple of months ago did. Now, one important thing to note is that it appears Jeremiah Brooks is still out. He said, Coach Stiebenthal said on Hoop Talk last week that he would miss last week's games due to, I believe as he put it, feeling under the weather, something to that effect. Obviously, they don't go into a lot of detail with college players and injuries, illnesses, things of that nature, but it does appear
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
And we are back with more of the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. We took kind of an unexpected break there. Is there maybe an issue with the phone line? Looks like we've got that straightened out. But again, this OU team has played Southwestern once. They're separated by only a game in the standings. And OU did drop that game at home to them, so they'd certainly like to get things going again by winning on the road here and collecting their first win over a team ahead of them in the standings. Now, when you look at Southwestern's roster, I mentioned Cameron Hunt going off for 32 points that first time they played. He is a great overall player, and I do mean overall, all-around player. He leads the team in points, steals, blocks, assists, and rebounds. And, I mean, unless you factor shooting in, there's really no other category that he could possibly lead in. He is top on the team at everything they keep track of, at least in traditional statistics. 23.5 points per game, almost 7 boards, 60 assists on the steal, so that's about 3 per game there. Then 13 blocks, so not a ton of blocks, Sean. It's not a great shot blocking team, but does lead the team with 13. And then 29 steals, which works out to about 1 2/3 per game. So a solid defender on top of being a great scorer at 23.5 points per game. He's an inside and outside threat. He also leads the team in three-pointers attempted, though he's hitting just 32% of them, 29 of 91. But he can also score from two-point range and get to the free throw line early and often. He shot 150 free throws this season. The team leader for the Braves is Logan Bollinger at just 76, so Hunt has basically shot twice as many free throws as the leading free throw shooter on OU side, and they also have DJ Wallace playing next to him, who shot 119. So this is a team that's not afraid to go up near the basket, draw fouls, and get to the line based on that. They're also not afraid to shoot three-pointers, and they do a good job of it, hitting 38% of them. And they make up just under 40% of the total shots taken. So another team kind of in the vein of St. Mary, who lets it fly from deep early and often and makes a lot of their threes. Southwestern, another team who will follow suit. And you can watch for players like Alan Hodge, who is a 39% three-point shooter on 79 attempts. Barrington Hunter has hit 45% of his 82 tries. Jacob Horsch has hit 36 of 90. That's exactly 40%. Myron Fisher, 42.5%, 31 of 73. Then Jason Allen, a little lower, 32% on 41 attempts. And then you've got Reggie Sorrell. He doesn't shoot it often, but a 39% shooter when he does on his 26 attempts. So that's a lot of different guys you have to worry about on the perimeter that can make you pay from three-point range if you're not defending all the way out to the perimeter. So you can't focus on the post, but this is not a Southwestern team that will try and force you to focus on the post either. They have a couple taller guys in Jameel Henson and Troy Baker kind of at the end of the bench. They don't see much playing time. The main big man you'll see is, Brent Smith will get some playing time. He is listed at 6'7", but Greg McCoy has played in every game. He's 6'5", but the starting lineup really doesn't rely on anyone much taller or really any taller than 6'3". So it's not a big lineup. The Braves don't use a big lineup either, but they, Coach Siebenthal has talked about this with us and said that even though they're not especially big, not especially tall, they do have guys who prefer to play more of a post style, and they feel like they match up better with teams that do more of a traditional three-guard, two-forward look, and this is not one of those teams. You could really make an argument that none of those starters are really a true post player, although they do list 6'3" DJ Wallace that way. as playing down low. We'll go ahead and take another break, and then be back with the rest of the the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. Advantage Electric has a halftime show. Back with more Wise Guys Construction pregame show after this.
Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, on what sets them apart as your trusted source for residential and commercial construction.
We're not a handyman service. We're a professional licensed construction company. We're not only licensed in Ottawa. With our license, we can work anywhere.
Which means?
No matter what the project or where, you get a licensed contractor every time. We've been in business for 13 years. Our experience and customer service are what keeps us in business.
Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And welcome back to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. This is the final segment of the pregame show. I'm David Potter with KOFO. And we've talked plenty about Southwestern here, but what about the Braves? What will they need to do to hang in this game and sneak in a road victory? It's going to start with offensive rebound. Southwestern has done a good job on the offensive glass this year. It's not been a real strength for the Braves. And you probably can't expect them to switch up their game plan and really start crashing the offensive boards, but they can make sure they're boxing out, especially against a team that doesn't use a lot of height, and keep them off the offensive glass, keep them from extending those possessions and getting more looks, especially from three-point range, because we've seen how these teams that hoist a lot of threes, if they're cold, then it can keep you in the game, but if they're hot from outside, then it can be almost impossible to keep up with them, especially when your team, like the Braves, who's not really built on three-point shooting. Now they've improved. They were sub 30% for the season for quite a ways there, but now they've worked that team three-point shooting percentage up to 32%. Cameron Lindsay, coming back from injury, has helped out with that. He's shooting 32%, but is one of their go-to guys, and really of late has come on and started knocking more down. But the Braves will have four guys that they lean on for most of the scoring: Titus Rice, Logan Bollinger, Hollis Mitchell, and Cameron Lindsay. Alex Hasty always gets the start as kind of a 3/4, but not really a scorer. He's an all KCAC defender returning from last year. That's really his primary function. He's got good basketball IQ, knows when to make those backdoor cuts, and finds himself at least one or two open layups every game, it seems. But not a big-time scorer. Emeka Okoronkwo, probably the main scoring threat off the bench, along with Devin Perez, when he can get things going from three-point range. Again, Jeremiah Brooks had really been coming on, but unfortunately for him, not feeling well enough to play, and he's been out for a few games now, or for about a week now. So we won't see him tonight. We'll go ahead and take one final break and then be back with the tip-off. You've been listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Tip-off is next on KOFO. Scott Schultz of Comfort Care Homes on the renovation of their facility in Ottawa, completed by Wise Guys Construction.
Bill and Jason managed the project. They basically handled all the external communication with all the different parties, and it was a very smooth process. I was extremely satisfied. We've received nothing but compliments on the home, and just really glad to have them involved. I think Wise Guys is one of the leading construction firms in Ottawa.
Be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
KOFO KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. Now let's rejoin KOFO's David Potter, courtside for Ottawa University Braves basketball.
And welcome back. We're just ready to get the starting lineups, and then we'll be ready for tip-off between the OU Braves and the Southwestern Builders. We'll see the traditional starting lineup for OU. Team captain Hollis Mitchell will get the start at point guard. Alex Hasty, the returning All-KCAC first-team defensive team wing defender, James Hasty. Cameron Lindsay getting the start out on the wing. Then the other co-captain, Logan Bollinger, will be the big man down low, the 6'6" senior. And then, of course, the team's leading scorer at about 16.5 points per game, Titus Rice. So that has been really outside of that time when Okoronkwo was starting for Lindsay while Lindsay was out. That has been the starting lineup that they've kind of settled on here in KCAC play after experimenting with it a little bit in the non-conference season at the beginning of the year. You know, for the Southwestern Builders, they'll have Alan Hodge starting at point guard, the 6-foot sophomore. Then you have 6'3" junior Myron Fisher, both those players out of Texas. DJ Wallace, again, listed at 6'3", but also listed as a forward. He'll play predominantly in the post, so he can certainly play on the perimeter as well. DJ Wallace, a 6'3", 215-pound junior out of Texas. And then Brent Smith, listed as the center at 6'6", a sophomore out of Goddard, Kansas. Not a frequently used player, only making his 5th start tonight. So that'll add a little additional height to the lineup that not typically out there to begin with for Southwestern. And then, of course, Cameron Hunt, final starter, just a sophomore, but averaging 23.5 points per game. And really the do-everything player for this team. He's leading the team in just about every traditional category that they track. It'll be Brent Smith and Logan Bollinger entering the circle for the tip-off. Ball goes up, and Smith will tip it over to Myron Fisher to start things off. They'll work it over into the left corner. Now working it down low to Brent Smith early, but he wants to kick it out. DJ Wallace to drive, then backs it out. So swing it around the perimeter. Now on the left side, it's Cameron Hunt. Alex Hasty comes in there and gets the steal. Has to save it as his momentum was carrying him out of bounds, but gets it into the hands of Lindsay, who passes it over to Hollis Mitchell to bring it up. So the Braves with a steal in their first defensive possession, wearing black trimmed in gold, moving left to right. Southwestern wearing white trimmed in purple, moving right to left. Here's Cameron Lindsay, the open three, off target. Rebound on the run by Myron Fisher. Gets over to Alan Hodge. They want to work it down low to Cameron Hunt. Now he swings it back out. A drive and kick out to Myron Fisher for three. In and out. Rebound knocked out of bounds. They'll stay by Titus Rice. So the ball stays with Southwestern. exactly 1 minute into the game. It's the inbound to DJ Wallace. Fadeaway jumper goes in. Nice find on the inbound. And a nice little touch on the little fadeaway by Wallace. Southwestern out to a 2-0 lead. Hollis Mitchell gets Alex Hasty underneath. He'll kick it back out to Cam Lindsay. Titus Rice has the ball at the top of the key. Calls for a screen, then passes it off. Logan Bollinger open for a three from the corner. Got it. And the Braves will take a 1-point lead. Bollinger's man went to help on the perimeter and left Bollinger all alone. And Bollinger not a dead-eye three-point shooter, but you can't leave him alone with time to set his shot like they did. Here's Cam Lindsay looking to drive. Now kicks it out to Rice. He'll swing it over to Logan Bollinger. Bollinger looks to drive, draws the foul. Can't get the basket to fall, but he will go to the line for a pair. Bollinger, one of the more reliable free throw shooters in all of the conference, hitting 91% from the stripe. First one is good. Braves up 4-2. Shot number 2 is up and good. The Braves with a 5-2 lead, 2 minutes in. Hodge taking it back over the other way, hands it off to Fisher. Now they're working around back to Hodge. Once again to DJ Wallace, working against Alex Hasty down low into the lane. Little up and under move. No, but he draws the foul. That's going to be on Alex Hasty, his first. That's going to send Wallace to the free throw line, where he's just a 65% shooter, but does get there often. That first free throw is short. Pauses for a second. Goes up with number 2. And it's in, 5-3. Braves up by 2. Hollis Mitchell to bring it down along the right side. We'll swing it over to the left to Titus Rice. Now Hasty down low. Kicks the ball away on the dribble, and it'll be an unforced turnover, and the ball goes to Southwestern. Looking around the perimeter. Hunt on the left wing, passes it off. Now an open three on the right side, missed. Bollinger and Lindsay both went after it. Bollinger tipped it, and Lindsay ends up with it. Hollis Mitchell over to Bollinger, thought about the three. Now pass it off to Cam Lindsay. Now Bollinger with the open three. Got it. He's 2 for 2 from out there, and it's 8-3 Ottawa. Wallace pushes it off to Fisher on the right wing. Now Wallace wants to work in safety again. Now his pass tipped and stolen by Titus Rice. Rice wants to take it all the way back the other direction. Goes scoops up. No foul called to the contact. Rice didn't even draw rim with the layup attempt. Southwestern takes it back the other way, misses a shot, but gets their own rebound. Now they'll swing it over to Hodge, who passes up the open three, tries to work it in, defended by Logan Bollinger. Now they reset things. Here's Cameron Hunt with the three at the top of the key, knocks it down. Pretty well defended, but he knocked it down anyway. Hollis Mitchell over to Alex Hasty at the top of the key. Now Rice swings it over to Hollis Mitchell for three. Too far off the far end of the rim. And now pass over to DJ Wallace down low, defended by Alex Hasty. Wants to go straight up, and he's fouled by Hasty. It's going to be foul number 2. Hasty pleading his case, saying Wallace tried to clear him out with his arm before shooting, but to no avail. 2 quick fouls on Alex Hasty, and he'll have to come to the bench, and Zachary Brown will check on. His third consecutive game where he's seen some important minutes here in the first half, clearly gaining the trust of the coaching staff as the season goes on. Wallace's first free throw is good. He could tie it if he hits this one. Zach Brown in down low. Bollinger on the other side. Wallace's free throw in, and it's tied up at 8. 15:54 to go in the first half. Barrington Hunter checks in for Southwestern, as does Greg McCoy. Mitchell over to Rice. Rice, the drive up and rolls off the rim, but he draws the foul. Could have been against a couple of different players. They're going to call it on Greg McCoy, who just checked into the game, his first. Rice hits the first free throw. Braves up 9-8. Free throw number 2 upcoming, and it rolls in. Braves up by 2. Southwestern looking to push the tempo. Alan Hodge hands it off to Cameron Hunt, who wants to get into the lane. He's fouled by Zach Brown, misses the circus layup. Then he'll go to the line for a pair. And he's a 79% shooter there. As we discussed in the pregame, Hunt will live at the free throw line if you allow him to. He's coming into this game shooting 150 free throws on the season. Hits the first. Cuts the lead down to 1. 10-9, 15:33 remaining in the first half. Hunt's second free throw is up and good, and ties it up at 10. Brown inbounds to Hollis Mitchell. Southwestern sinks back into a half-court man-to-man. Mitchell down low to Titus Rice, draws the foul, and one. Gets it to roll. Hollis Mitchell with a nice assist, finding Titus Rice in position down there. Jacob Horsch into the game for Southwestern. He was the smaller player matched up on Rice, who hits the free throw. And Mitchell went right for the mismatch. 13-10, Braves lead, 15:15 to go here in the first. Hodge to drive, working against Rice. Short on the layup attempt, rebounded by Logan Bollinger. Hollis Mitchell wants to go coast to coast off the backboard and in. It's 15-10, and Southwestern wants a timeout to regroup. We'll take 30 seconds and be back with more from Winfield. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
This is Eric Crowley with Advantage Electric. On the court, teams look for any advantage they can get. When it comes to your electric needs, whether residential, commercial, or custom, we're your advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call today at 785-418-1218.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
And we are back. The Braves up 15-10 coming out of Southwestern's timeout. Devin Perez is checked on for Cameron Lindsay. Here's Hunt getting into the lane, partially blocked, I believe, by Logan Bollinger, into the hands of Hollis Mitchell. Finds Zach Brown, who almost lost control of it. Now finds Devin Perez underneath. Just goes up with a quick reverse to put them up by 7. Alan Hodge out of the right wing, fakes a 3. Now he'll pass it off to Hunt. They keep working around. Now here is A three-pointer up and good by Barrington Hunter. He passed up an open one earlier in the possession, wasn't going to pass up a second one. He knocks it down. He's a 45% three-point shooter. He'll shoot just about any time he gets an open look like that. Devin Perez tried to feed the post to Logan Bollinger and just threw it out of bounds. Unforced turnover for the Braves as Jacob Niedig comes in for Logan Bollinger. That'll move him to that 4 spot. And Zach Brown at 6'8" to the 5. Niedig only 6'3". But the coaches feel his physicality is enough to make up for the lack of height in terms of him playing down low. There's a missed 3 by Hodge, rebounded by Brown. Devin Perez to take it back the other way. Hollis Mitchell on the right wing, looking for somewhere to go with it. They'll kick it up top to Titus Rice. Rice uses a screen, tries to get to the basket. Now he has to back out and throw it to Hollis Mitchell, who pulls up for 3, off target, rebounded by DJ Wallace. Wallace kicks it off to Horsch for 3, got it. Horsch, a 40% three-point shooter, another one of those guys you can't leave alone on the outside. That's what they did. Here's Devin Perez looking to drive off the backboard. Short, no good. Rebounded by Hunt. Gets it over to Wallace to bring up the court. Now back into the hands of Hunt. Found Hodge, and that's going to be a charge as he put his elbow into Jacob Niedig, trying to establish position down low. Foul number 1 on Alan Hodge. Good job by Niedig of establishing position down there. And Mike McKinney and Cam Lindsay check on for Devin Perez and Titus Rice. Niedig inbounds to Mitchell. Nice thing about having Niedig at the 4 is he's another talented ball handler on the court if you need him. He'll work it to Niedig down low. He kicks it back out to Cam Lindsay, almost lost it. He's working on Wallace, kicks it out to Niedig. They'll reset the offense with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hollis Mitchell looking to drive, goes up and just barely missed, but Niedig with the offensive board to work it around. Mitchell in the corner finds McKinney, passes up the 3, kicks out to Zach Brown, who wants the 3. He's short. And the rebound rolls out of bounds. We'll go to Southwest. Hodge will come out and Cameron Hunt will come back in after a short break. Hunt will also bring the ball down the court for Southwestern. Now he leaves it off for TJ Wallace out on the wing. And that's going to be an offensive foul called against Horsch as he tried to fight through the screen with both arms there. Can't push your way through. You know, it appeared they had pointed to Horsch. It looks like they tagged Hunt with the foul. That's foul number 1 on him. And now Josh Howard, the 6'3" senior, is going to come in for the big man, Brent Smith. So a small lineup on the court for Southwestern where their tallest player is 6'3". Niedig gets it down low to Zach Brown at 6'8". They clearly see a mismatch they like, but Brown misses the little spin hook. Braves still up 1. Here's a 3. Rims out, rebounded by Cameron Lindsay, missed by Barrington Hunter. Mike McKinney hands it off to Hollis Mitchell, back to McKinney on the right wing. Now they'll swing it back around the three-point line. McKinney works to his left. Now a pull-up jumper from long two-point range. Not the world's most efficient shot. It misses, but Niedig able to fight for the rebound down low, and it ends up getting tipped away by Southwestern. So an inbound along the baseline for OU is Eric Stark and Logan Bollinger. Come on, Hollis Mitchell out, so Niedig will switch to the point guard spot. And the referees are going to stop play. Does not appear they'll call a foul, but they're going to have a talk with Jacob Horsch and Mike McKinney, who are kind of fighting for position down there. Lindsay will send it out to McKinney. Back to Lindsay in the corner, but they closed out on him. No three-point attempt available. Here's Stark, sends it back out to Lindsay. Lindsay wants to drive. Now here's a fadeaway. Couldn't get the roll. Rebounded by Josh Howard of Southwestern. Here's Horsch in the corner. He'll let it go every time. Knocks it down. And the Braves are now down 19-17. Just under 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. OU wants a timeout. It'll just be 30 seconds. We'll be right back with more Braves basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we are back at Southwestern College, where the Mound Builders lead the OU Braves 19-17, coming out of a 30-second timeout. Your lineup on the court: Niedig at point guard, McKinney and Lindsay, your wings, with Eric Stark and Logan Bollinger playing down low at 4 and 5. Niedig shouting out the name of the play. Although work it down low to Eric Stark, who's fouled from behind by DJ Wallace on the entry pass. That's going to be number 1 on Wallace. And Barrington Hunter comes out. Alan Hodge back out onto the court for Southwestern. Cam Lindsay to inbound. He'll get it out to Logan Bollinger, way out there, and he'll hand it off to Niedig to set up the offense. McKinney looks to drive, loses his footing, and is going to be called for a travel. So an unforced turnover there. Braves still down by 2. There's an open 3 in the corner for Hunt. He got it. Hunt just a 32% three-point shooter, but shoots a lot of them, and certainly not bad enough from outside that you can leave him alone. He's hit 2 straight now. 5-point game. Mike McKinney with a long pull-up 2. Off target. Rebounded by Howard. Hunt coming back the other way. Cuts into the lane against Logan Bollinger. Misses. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Builders. Titus Rice is checking back in for Mike McKinney, who's settled for a couple of long 2-point jump shots here. May have contributed to the hook. Niedig to bring it down for OU. Defended by Howard. Swings it over to Lindsay. Now he's Bollinger in the corner. We'll work it back and forth. Titus Rice looking to drive into the lane. Now up off the glass. Can't get it to roll in off the rim. Now a drive and dump off to Howard. A nice play by DJ Wallace. Tried to draw contact, didn't find it, so he just got it over to Howard, who was making a run to the basket. Lindsay misses a 3, gets his own rebound, kicks out to Niedig. Thought about taking a 3 of his own, but decided against it. Not really a shooter. Bollinger's off-balance shot is no good. It's coming back the other way. Southwestern blocked by Logan Bollinger. Alan Hodge trying to drive down low, and Bollinger, just too long, swatted that one out of bounds. Greg McCoy comes in for Josh Howard as the big man. The inbound stolen by Cam Lindsay. Now Lindsay tried the fast break pass over to Titus Rice, but it's tipped out of bounds. Lindsay to inbound along the baseline. To work it around the perimeter. Lindsay looking for a shot, now gives it off to Titus Rice. Niedig feeds the post. Eric Stark back to the basket. Hands it off to Cameron Lindsay. Wants to drive. He's going to be fouled on the floor before the shot. Andrew Ham going to be called for the foul. Foul number 7 on Southwestern, so that puts the Braves in the bonus. First free throw, miss. Rebounded by Southwestern. Myron Fisher to bring it the other way. I'm going to get it down low to Hunt, and he's going to pull up for a baseline jumper. No good. Rebounded by Cameron Lindsay. Lindsay will bring it down the other way himself. Hands it off to Bollinger. Pass up the 3. Titus Rice now to drive from the lane. Finds Eric Stark underneath. Stark didn't go up with it immediately. He tries to work around his defender and misses the lay-in attempt. 8 minutes to go. Here's a quick 3 by Southwestern. Missed. Rebounded by Niedig. Lindsay over to Titus Rice. Thought about the 3. Now pulls up from the free throw line. Rattles in. Spun around the rim a couple times, then decided to fall. Breaks the drought for the Braves and brings it back to within 5, 24-19. That's going to be a foul against Eric Stark as he tried to work through a screen with his elbow. And then Alan Hodge had to be separated from Stark by a teammate. That was Myron Fisher running in there to wrap his arm around him and get him away from Stark as he looked like he had some choice words for him. And it looks like they are going to assign a technical foul to Hodge after the play was dead. So a foul on Stark for trying to fight through that screen, but then the technical on Hodge for giving him some choice words afterward. Hodge picked up his second foul. It looks like they're going to send Horsch in for him. Bollinger to the line to shoot the 2 for the technical. He hits the first. Pulls it to within 4. 7.5 remaining on the first half. And got them both. 24-21. Now it'll be an inbound for Southwestern since they had the ball when the foul was called. Stark will come out of the game, replaced by, looks like Hollis Mitchell, who will move to the 1 spot, while Niedig will move down to the 4, as Southwestern's 4 spot is occupied by the 6'3" DJ Wallace, not really giving up any height there by playing power forward. Wallace trying to back Niedig down. Now a fadeaway jump shot. And he has a nice little fadeaway move there and got that one to fall. That was the second time he's shown it tonight. They've both gone in. Logan Bollinger kicks it out to Titus Rice. Into the hands of Bollinger over to Lindsay. From the top of the key, got it. Nothing but net. And the Braves pulled within 2, 26-24. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. DJ Wallace sends it over to Fisher. Now they're swinging it around the wing. They'll get it back to Wallace on the left side. Working against Niedig. Goes up and kind of bullies his way in there and gets it off the glass. Wallace is listed at 6'3", 215 pounds, and he knows how to use those 215 pounds. And the referees will stop the clock or stop the game for a clock error. And a substitution as Josh Howard comes on for Greg McCoy for Southwestern. So they're back to 6'3", being the tallest player on the court. Inbound to Hollis Mitchell, moving it over to his left side, defended by Horsch. Over to Cameron Lindsay, wants to drive, now pulls up for a long two and missed everything. Not a good shot with 15 seconds still left on the shot clock. Pulling up from just a step inside the three-point line without getting your feet set. 4-point game, 6:10 to go in the first half. DJ Wallace wants to drive on Niedig again. Niedig is going to be called for the arm bar down low. Or no, they'll say Wallace was using the arm bar, so that's foul number 2 on him. And Hunt will come in for him. Niedig and Mitchell giving it back and forth on their own side of the court. Now Niedig passes up the open three. Most teams will give him that. He's not looking to shoot out there. Rice is, but he'll hand it off to Bollinger at the top of the key. Misses. Offensive board by Titus Wright. Here's Cameron Lindsay, the spot up three. Rattles in and out. Rebounded by Myron Fisher of Southwestern. Now the drive by Ham. He pulls up, misses. Cam Lindsay gets the board, kind of takes it right out of Hollis Mitchell's hands. Mitchell backed off to avoid any issues. Mitchell into the lane, somehow got that to roll in. It looked like a lot of contact, but no foul calls. But he got the basket to roll in. 28-26, Braves down 2. Mitchell nearly gets the steal out at the top of the key. Now Hunt, defended by Lindsay, up top. Going to use a screen. Gets into the lane. Now pull-up jumper, misses. And the rebound tipped back out to Hunt. Nice job by Howard of tipping the ball out. And there's Horsch left open again for another three. That's his third. The Braves back down by 5. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Hollis Mitchell looks to drive up left-handed off the glass and in. Cuts it to 3. Now a missed shot on the other side. Niedig grabs the board. Over to Cam Lindsay. Thought about the 3. Now I'll swing it back across. Hollis Mitchell does want the 3, and off the back of the iron, rebounded by Howard. Southwestern, dangerous pass, almost stolen by Hollis Mitchell. Now they get it to Horsch. They'll swing it around to Hunt for the open 3 from the corner. Got another one. So Hunt, more of a volume shooter typically from three-point range, has been deadly accurate tonight. And Alex Hasty, with his 2 fouls, is ready to sub back in. I would assume that they will assign him to Hunt after Hunt has burned them for several threes. Here's Titus Rice losing track of the ball on the drive. Now it's a loose ball. Niedig jumps on it. That's going to be a jump ball. As Hunt was also down there, they both had their arms wrapped around it. And we're going to see a 30-second timeout taken by OU. We'll take a 30-second break. They're down by 6. You're listening to KOFO Sports.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more, just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
And welcome back to Southern Kansas as Southwestern leads OU 34-28. The Braves have been down for most of the first half, but have been able to hang in there, and the lead has not been pushed any further than 6. Bollinger has a couple of big threes. Hollis Mitchell has a couple of nice drives to open up easy layups. Cam Lindsay's hit a 3. So an even effort for OU so far. And Hollis Mitchell tries to get fancy, throws the inbound off of Horsch, who was looking the other direction, and tried to just bounce it off of his backside and scoop it up and lay it in. It didn't bounce the way he wanted to, and it ends up in a tie-up again. Now, Cam Lindsay apparently thought the inbound call was something different than it was, and that pass goes to no one, and Horsch takes it down the other side and lays it in uncontested. Now the referee having another discussion with the scoreboard operator. It's 36-28, 3:10 to go in the first half. Coach Stephenthal having a discussion with the referee about something. It's like Coach O'Brien of Southwestern has his own choice words to the referees as well. Here's Lindsay swinging it all the way across the court to right, drives up and couldn't get it to fall, but a foul called down low. Let's see who that's going to be on, or kind of a mass of white jerseys down underneath that Rice jumped into. The foul is going to be called against Brent Smith, his second. Titus Rice to the line for a pair, and he's got the first. Rice is a solid free throw shooter at 70%. Not automatic, but certainly not bad either. 2:58 remaining here on the clock in the first half. Rice's second free throw, nothing but net. The lead is back to 6. Devin Perez is going to come in for Alex Hasty. Hunt to bring it down the court. He's defended by Lindsay. We'll throw it off to Horsch on the right side. Now Smith down low kicks it out. We'll work it around the perimeter. Barrington Hunter dribbles into trouble and passes it back out. Now Hunter had a look from three-point range, decided not to take it. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Hunt with the ball, lost it. 3 seconds left. He's going to have to shoot it. Goes up and barely hits the rim. And so we're going to say the rebound was tipped by Titus Rice, though, so that gives Southwestern new life after the missed shot. Hunt to throw it in, gets it over to Horsch. Hunter to Hunt. Hunt finds Barrington Hunter at the top of the key. Off target on the three. Cam Lindsay with the rebound. Hands it off to Hollis Mitchell. Bollinger over to Perez. Now Titus Rice on the left wing. Now he wants to drive. Nice take. Tried to finish through people swatting at him. Not sure if there was ever any contact or not. Now the ball knocked away down on the other side. Devin Perez gets the tie-up as he falls on the loose ball. Possession arrow points towards Southwestern, so they'll maintain possession of the ball with a 6-point lead, 36-30. 1:48 remaining here in half number one. Horsch to inbound. Finds Hunter. Off to Cameron Hunt. Hunter at the top of the key wants to drive. That's Cameron Hunt, and he doesn't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound, puts it in, and one. Draws the foul by Logan Bollinger, who tried to contest the putback. The first foul called on Bollinger. 1:32 remaining here in the first half, and the Braves are down by 8. The biggest lead, or ties the biggest lead of the game for Southwestern, but if Hunt makes this free throw, could make it the biggest. And rolls out, but an offensive rebound on the free throw by Josh Howard. And Southwestern gets to reset. Now a long three by Cameron Hunt, and he got it. He's just unconscious from outside tonight. The lead pushed to double digits for the first time. Devin Perez looks to drive. He's going to be called for a travel as he went up amongst the trees. 11-point game, 41-30, 1:15 to go in the first half. Cameron Hunt wants another three. Short. This one rebounded by Devin Perez. I'll get it into the hands of Hollis Mitchell to set things up as we hit the 1-minute mark in the first half. Mitchell pulls up for a long two. Off target, rebounded by Myron Fisher. Cameron Hunt again, driving it into the lane, draws the foul. He made a crazy running shot there, but they'll say the foul took place first. And Southwestern not quite in the bonus yet, one foul away, so this will be an inbound along the baseline. Horst had thrown it in. Horst just a 5'10 junior out of Mays, Kansas. They'll get it down to Cameron Hunt down low, double team, kicks it out to Barrington Hunter for three, off target. Cam Lindsay with the board. Gets it to Hollis Mitchell. About an 8-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. They can go 2 for 1 if they find a shot quickly here. Waited a little too long, but they'll get the offensive rebound on the missed three anyway, and now no shot clock, so they'll back it off. Mitchell all the way back near half court to set things up. 12 seconds left on the game clock here in the first half. They'll pass it off to Logan Bollinger. Works in the lane, a little left-handed half hook, missed. Still 2 seconds left. Hunt gets off the last second shot. It's no good, but Southwestern does plenty of damage down the stretch there in the first half and jumps out to a 41-30 lead at halftime. We'll take a break and be back with the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to OU basketball here on KOFO.
Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Did you know Dr. Hale's office is a full-service dental care center? If you have stained, cracked, or missing teeth, Dr. Hale can treat these and other dental concerns and bring confidence back to your smile. For quality care in a relaxed environment, call Dr. Hale's office, 242-1800.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Adamson Brothers has been maintaining your comfort for over 30 years, and they can keep you warm this winter with wood stoves, pellet stoves, and gas or wood fireplaces. Call them today at 785-242-9273. That's 785-242-9273.
And we are back with the Advantage Electric halftime show brought to you by Advantage Electric in Ottawa. And the Braves hung tight for much of the first half, but things kind of got away from them there toward the end. They're down 41-30. They stayed anywhere between about 2 down and 6 down for, I would say, the bulk of the half before Southwestern, and specifically Cameron Hunt, able to start knocking down some big shots down the stretch and push the lead out to 11. Cameron Hunt, we discussed in the pregame, far and away the team's leading scorer with 23.5 points per game. Another thing we discussed is that he's not a great three-point shooter. He's attempted more than anyone on the team, but only hitting 32%. But then, of course, mentioning that seemed to put the gears in motion as he was able to knock down 4 threes in the first half alone. And not all of them uncontested. A couple of them were, but a couple of them just pull-up threes where he was just feeling it and was able to get it in. And so that leads to him leading all scorers with 16, 4 of 5 from three-point range, but just 5 of 13 overall. So he's 4 of 5 from behind the arc and just 1 of 8 from inside it. And they've held Southwestern to 41% shooting, which is well under their season average. But they have made 47% of their threes, 8 of 17. And then probably the biggest issue is the Braves shooting just 9 of 32 on the other end for 28%. Cameron Lindsay, just 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from outside. Titus Rice, 2 of 6. Hollis Mitchell, 3 of 8. McKinney and Brown both missed both their shots. So some offensive struggles really contributing as the Braves were held to 30 points in that first half, despite not really getting into any turnover trouble, just 5 turnovers in the first half, which is a number you can live with. And they didn't get burnt on the offensive rebounds. They gave up 7 to Southwestern, probably a little more than coaches would like to see, but it's not a gaudy number by any means. And then the Braves able to grab 5 offensive rebounds of their own. So really it just comes down to making shots when you're looking at the first half. Cameron Lindsay really jumps out at you because he's got 9 rebounds and 2 assists and a steal, but just 3 points so far and 1 of 6 shooting. So he's really done it everywhere else, but just can't quite get that jump shot to fall. And then Titus Rice at 2 of 6. He's had a couple of drives to the lane where he either thought he was drawing contact or just couldn't quite get the ball to roll the right way, and he comes up empty-handed despite getting into the lane with relative ease. We'll go ahead and take a break and then be back with more of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. You're listening to Braves basketball here on KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203, online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care, close to home, close to your heart.
It's the annual store-wide clearance sale at Messenger's Home Furnishings in South Ottawa. This is one of the biggest sales of the year and includes every category in the store. Reclining furniture, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture, youth furniture, sofas, chairs, end tables, and much, much more. Save on closeouts of Serta iComfort, iSeries, and Perfect Sleeper mattresses while they last. Long-term interest-free financing is being offered, or you can use our free layaway and pay it off with your upcoming tax refund. Messenger's Home Furnishings is located just west of Sterling Stockade on 23rd Street in South Ottawa.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we're back with more of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show here from Southwestern College in southern Kansas. And looking at the stat sheet, 16 first-half points to Cameron Hunt certainly doesn't sound good. Puts him halfway to that 32-point total he put up in their win over OU at Wilson Fieldhouse. But when you take into account that it's 16 points off of 13 shots, and that he hasn't been able to make hay at the free throw line like he's been able to do for most of the year, and really score on those freebies at the stripe rather than having to earn them with jump shots from the field or drives to the basket, then you'll probably take the 16 points on 13 attempts. But again, what seems to be slowing down the Braves at this point is the offensive effort. Just 9 of 32 from the line. We've had a couple of nice drives by Hollis Mitchell and Titus Rice, but aside from that, most of the shooting has been jump shooting. And they're just 3 of 12 from three-point range and just 6 of 20 from two-point range. So neither one of those good. So they need to focus on opening up more uncontested shots or alleys to the basket where they can get to the rim and lay it in with more ease and without having to attempt some of these circus layups we've seen them try and occasionally make. But if possible, if you're going to put that up, you just want it to be to draw the shooting foul and not as an actual scoring attempt without the foul, and that's what we've seen a few times here. We'll take another break and be back with more of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. You're listening to Braves Basketball on KOFO.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a lifelong Ottawa resident, I'm proud to be a supporter of OU Braves athletics and wish the teams good luck this season.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC. Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
And we're back for the final segment of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show here at Southwestern College, as Southwestern has jumped out to the 41-30 lead. At halftime, the Braves will need to turn things up a notch offensively and improve on that 28% shooting percentage in half number 2, and then probably find a way to better clamp down on Cameron Hunt, unless they feel comfortable with him shooting the number of threes he has. He's 4 of 5 from outside and just a 32% shooter on the year, so they may be comfortable as long as they're not wide open attempts with him shooting those, just under the assumption that his numbers will fall back down to the earth in the second half, which you would assume they would, but with a guy as talented as Hunt, you never really know, so it can be dangerous to give him any type of shot. But at the same time, if you can get him feeling more comfortable shooting the three and get him missing a few of them, then he's not really developed a rhythm trying to get inside and drawing all those fouls, which is his usual MO. again, coming into this game with 150 free throws attempted on the year, but he's only been able to shoot 3 tonight so far. So if you really work to take away that three-point shot, you can force him into the lane and accidentally get some of your guys into foul trouble and send him to the free throw line for some even easier shots if you don't do it correctly. So that's always the danger that you run facing a player who's as talented offensively as Cameron Hunt is. We will take one more break, and then that will be it for the Advantage Electric halftime show. Thank you for listening. The second half coming right up. Braves down by 11 here on KOFO.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV Guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages. And get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Cosentino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Cosentino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC. Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
And we're back in Winfield, where OU will start the second half with the ball, down 41-30. Starting lineup back into the game for OU, and now Cameron Lindsay tries a moving pass to Alex Hasty, who was making a cut to the basket instead of drifting to the corner, and so that ball just sails out of bounds. An unforced turnover, not the way the Braves wanted to start things off here in the second. Cameron Hunt to bring it down for Southwestern. Hodge kicks it to Hunt on the left wing, gets it to DJ Wallace, wants to back down Alex Hasty, another one of those turnaround fadeaways, and he's got that move just about perfected. At only 6'3", it's not going to work against taller teams, but when he's only being defended by someone the same height as him, that fadeaway is very difficult to defend. Now, a missed shot on the other end by Titus Rice. Southwestern working around the perimeter, up 13 now. Hunt defended by Cameron Lindsay. Now kicks it out. Continue working it around the three-point line. Here's a three-pointer by Hodge. Missed. Rebounded by Cameron Lindsay. That's board number 10 for him. Only 3 points so far today. Bollinger will pull up for an open three. He got it. Cuts the lead back down to 10. His third made three of the night. He's 3 of 4 from out there, and he has team-high 13 points. Southwestern continues to work it around the perimeter. Now they want to get it down low to Brent Smith, working against Logan Bollinger. A little half hook blocked by Logan Bollinger. Got a hand on it. Hollis Mitchell once thought about taking it all the way to the basket, then they sort of cut him off with the pass. Now here's Titus Rice. He has it stripped by Alan Hodge. Hodge weaving in and out of traffic. That may be a charge. It is. Hollis Mitchell got himself set in front of Hodge. That's going to be 3 on Hodge, if I'm not mistaken. It is. And then we'll have Josh Howard coming in for Brent Smith as well. Now Myron Fisher comes off, Jacob Horsch comes on. Excuse me, Fisher stays on. It's Alan Hodge coming off with that third foul. 10-point game. Here's Bullinger trying to drive, and they're going to call a foul on Howard. The crowd and the Southwestern bench felt like he tripped and traveled. A sarcastic cheer coming from the crowd. Lindsay to inbound to Titus Rice. Rice wants to get into the lane, up and in. Nice little floater to pull him to within 8. Here's Cameron Hunt driving. And they're going to call a foul away from the basket on, I believe that's Cam Lindsay. Number 2 on Lindsay, who's had the tough task of defending Cameron Hunt today. Now Wallace blocked. Alex Hasty saw the fadeaway coming that time and stepped right into him, knowing that he was going to lean back, and got his hand right up in his face and blocked the shot. So Wallace starting to telegraph that turnaround fadeaway. Here's Lindsay with an off-balance jumper from long 2-point range. Definitely not the point in the shot clock where you want to see that being hoisted up. Here's a 3 from the corner for Southwestern. No, Alex Hasty with the board. Hands it off to Hollis Mitchell. 3 minutes into the second half. Mitchell over to Lindsay. Titus Rice uses a screen, wants to drive, gets it into the lane. Now he's going to have to back it out. Now it's knocked away. Scramble for it on the floor, and Howard able to pull it away for Southwestern. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by OU. So that was a wild sequence of events there as Rice lost it, regained control, lost it again, dove on it, couldn't quite reel it in. Howard took it from him. Then Howard tried to pass it from the floor, and the ball was tipped by a couple of players on its way out of bounds. Titus Rice checks out, and Devin Perez back into the game. Inbound along the sideline for Southwestern. There's a pass tipped by Hollis Mitchell. Now a 3 anyway in the corner is made by Horsch. When you get your hand on the ball in the passing lane, knock it away, and it still falls into the hands of an open 3-point shooter, that's when you just say, well, that one didn't go my way. There's another open 3 from the corner. This one missed. Devin Perez will grab the board. Hands it off to Mitchell. The Braves down by 11. 16 minutes to go here in the first half. Mitchell lost the ball for a second. Finds Lindsay. Goes up off the backboard and in. Nice cut by Lindsay. DJ Wallace had to trail him and couldn't close in time. 9-point game under 16 to go. Fisher passes up the 3, gets it to Horsch, who will not pass up the 3. I don't think I've seen him pass up a 3 tonight. And why would you when he can shoot like he can? But he misses that one. Devin Perez with the board. Now Hollis Mitchell at the pull-up 2. Misses. Rebounded by Cameron Hunt. Hunt thinking about taking it all the way. He does. Up and, wow. Just a circus layup. Up, down, and around off the glass to get it in. Now Cam Lindsay wants to drive, a little spin move. He'll go off the glass, misses, rebounded by Josh Howard of Southwestern. Now Cameron Hunt looking to push the tempo again out on the left wing. Take the 3. Drew Bullinger into the air. If he had gone up and shot it anyway, probably would have been able to draw the foul for 3 shots. Was passed it off. Now a crossover that impressed the crowd but did not lead to a made shot. Now Devin Perez with the 3 on the opposite side. He's short. Rebounded by Myron Fisher. Now the drive by Wallace. Nice little dump off to Josh Howard, who's making the backdoor cut. And it's a 13-point game. Zach Brown ready to check in for OU with the next substitution opportunity. Hollis Mitchell calling the play with a hand signal. Jacob Niedig also ready to check in. Perez over to Lindsay out on the right wing. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Here's Hollis Mitchell looking to drive. Has it stolen by Cameron Hunt. He's going to try and get it past Bullinger, who blocks the shot. Back into Hunt's hands, and now it's stripped by Hollis Mitchell. Mitchell has numbers. If he plays it right, dumps it off to Devin Perez. Great basketball IQ and court vision by Hollis Mitchell right there. Saw he had Devin Perez, so instead of driving into the man waiting to take a charge, he dumped it off at the last second for the easy layup. So we're going to have a 30-second timeout called by Southwestern. We'll be right back with more Braves basketball on KOFO.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
This is Lou Baker at CarStar Ottawa. Our technicians are highly trained, ICAR certified repair experts. We provide continued education for our employees and the latest equipment to ensure the highest quality repairs. We work hard at staying your #1 collision repair shop. 1-800-CARSTAR. Relax, we'll take it from here.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
And welcome back to Southwestern College, where the Builders are on top 50-39, 13:45 to go in the second half. Builders moving left to right, wearing all white, trimmed in purple. Braves wearing black with gold trim, moving right to left. Is a drive into the lane, missed by Hodge and rebounded by Bullinger. So Southwestern has turned this into more of an up-and-down-the-court game, which would generally tend to favor them, but they've made it kind of a sloppy game where they're going maybe a little more for style over substance as Bullinger misses a pull-up jumper. It's rebounded by Hunter. And I believe that's probably what Coach Matt O'Brien called the timeout for. Here's a corner three missed. Devin Perez grabs the rebound despite DJ Wallace seemingly attacking him for it. And now Perez gets to the rim, and he is fouled going up for the layup. Foul called against Greg McCoy. 13 minutes even remaining here in the second half. That's the second foul on McCoy, and Perez will go to the line for a pair of shots. He does not shoot it frequently from the line, but a 90% shooter when he gets there. And, of course, I say that, and he misses that one short. Hollis Mitchell comes in for Cam Lindsay. So with Bullinger and Brown in there, Niedig staying on the court, most likely in a secondary ball handler role, not moving down to that fourth spot as we've seen at times in the absence of Jeremiah Brooks. Second free throw is good. It's a 10-point game. Southwestern looking to push the tempo again. Horst swings it around to Hodge. I'll continue working it around. Wallace wants to drive on Mike McKinney, goes up, draws the foul, and gets it to fall. That's going to be Mike McKinney, calls for the foul. Basket counts. And DJ Wallace with an opportunity to make this a 13-point game. Shot is up, no good. Bullinger with the board. Niedig will bring it down with Hollis Mitchell playing out on the wing. Now a three by Bullinger. He got it. He's feeling it from outside tonight. That's his fourth made three. 16 points, but the Braves still down 9. Have some work to do in these last 12 minutes. B.J. Wallace wanted to go for that step-back jumper again, and Niedig got a hand on it, so then he tried to go straight at Logan Bullinger, who put his hands up and forced a tie-up. So a couple of nice defensive plays there by Niedig and Bullinger. But with the possession arrow pointing towards Southwestern, they will retain possession. Hodge to inbound along the baseline. Here's Wallace. Let's see who they're going to call that on, because he definitely had an arm extended, but I'm not sure the defender was set. They're going to call it on Niedig. Number 1 on him, 12:05 to go here in the game. Another inbound. Wallace again on Niedig. Kind of a wild shot off the backboard and in. Pushes the lead back up to 11. Devin Perez gets into lane. Spin move, draws the foul. That's going to go against Barrington Hunter, reaching in as Perez went up for the lay-in. 90% free throw shooter, but he missed 1 of 2 in his last trip to the line just a few minutes ago. 11:49 remaining here. And Perez hits the first. Bollinger will sub out. Eric Stark comes in. Perez prepares to shoot number 2. He's got it, and it's back to a 9-point game. So the Braves not letting Southwestern push that lead any further, but not making much headway into it either. Cameron Hunt back into the game for Southwestern. He's defended by Niedig right now. Here's Hodge with the shot clock running down, looking for someone to pass it to. Gets it to Howard. Reverse layup is good, right past Eric Stark. Nice job driving the baseline there. Niedig over to McKinney. Perez dumps it down low to Eric Stark. He's going to kick it out to Niedig. He'll drive and then pull it back. McKinney with the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's off to the left on that three-point attempt. And that rebound knocked out of bounds by Niedig. Hodge to bring it down the court. He gets it to Hunt, gets into the lane, and that's going to be a foul against Niedig. Hunt kind of took a hop step into him, and they'll say Niedig not in legal guarding position, so the foul goes against him. That's number 2. Team foul number 4. And they're going to mop up a spot of moisture on the floor down underneath the OU basket, where Southwestern's Alan Hodge prepares for the throw-in. The inbound will go to Cameron Hunt. He has to track it down in the backcourt. Now he'll back it up and reset the offense. Working against Niedig, looking to set something up. 15 seconds on the shot clock, now calling for a screen. Now, a little step-back jumper is no good, rebounded by McKinney. McKinney over to Zach Brown. Little move at the top of the key doesn't get him inside, so Niedig will work it into Eric Stark. Stark kicks it back out to Niedig. Zach Brown down low to Eric Stark off the backboard, one-handed, no good. Niedig with the offensive board. Mike McKinney passes up the 3, gives it to Perez for 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Barrington Hunter of Southwestern. And a nice feed down low to Josh Howard, who missed, but now a fight for the rebound. Cameron Hunt comes up with it, and he's going to put it in. 13-point lead for Southwestern. It stayed right within the range of about 9 to 13 for most of this second half. McKinney tries to get it down low to start. He has to save it wildly into the air, and it's stolen by Josh Howard. Now Cameron Hunt wants it to come back the other way. Working against Devin Perez, goes up and one. Perez, I think, wanted to draw the charge there, but not nearly in time to get set, and was not able to affect the shot enough for it to miss either. We'll see the starting lineup return to the court for OU. Mitchell, Lindsay, Hasty, Rice, and Bollinger. Hunt to the free throw line to try and make this a 16-point game. And it's in. 61-45, 9:03 to go. Now here's Titus Rice off a nice pass from Cam Lindsay. Draws the foul inside. It's going to be called against Cameron Hunt. Just number 2 on Hunt. With 8:53 remaining here, sends Titus Rice to the line for a pair of free throws. His team trailing by 16, the biggest deficit of the game so far. Rice hits his first and now his second. It's a 14-point game. The Braves will go to a full-court press. Now they'll trap. They get it over to DJ Wallace, who finds Alan Hodge to pass half court and break the press, and now he misses the shot on the other end. Maybe some contact between him and Bollinger, but no call. Bollinger stayed straight vertical, and Braves take the ball back the other way. Here's Hollis Mitchell for a corner three. Got it. Cuts the lead to 11, but they need a few possessions in a row where they're able to score and get stops. And now here's a steal by Lindsay. Over to Mitchell. Hits the three. Wide open from the corner. And he'll pull the Braves to within 8. Exactly what they needed. And Southwestern wants a full timeout. We'll take a full minute and be back with more. The Braves cut the lead to 8. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
When it's time to pop the question, or if the answer has already been yes, then it's time to visit Sutton's Jewelry. Why not pull out all the stops for your special day with a style that will take her breath away? From the latest sparkle to artistic magic, Sutton's Jewelry stays on top of the latest trending jewelry designs. Sutton's in-house talented bench jeweler, Phil Sutton, can size any selection, and in-house repairs are always a quick turnaround. Sutton's Jewelry, 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we're back in Winfield, where the game back underway after Hollis Mitchell hits back-to-back threes to pull the Braves to within 8, 61-53, 8:12 to go in the game. Southwestern looking to answer as DJ Wallace dribbling the baseline, kicks it out to Hunt for a three. Got it. Cameron Hunt's three-point shot not wearing off here in the second half at all. Mitchell leaves it off for Bollinger, who wants to go to the basket, gets a little bump, finishes through the contact, no foul call. Coaching staff wanted the whistle, won't get it. It's a 9-point game. 7:40 to go. Hodge at the top of the key for Southwestern. Builders have led by as many as 16. Here's Cameron Hunt driving the baseline. Now he'll kick it out. Wallace airmails that pass across the court. And the Braves will take over on the turnover. Hollis Mitchell to set things up for OU, coming the other way again. OU working right to left. Here's Logan Bullinger. Started to drive, put his back to the basket, and then passed it off to Titus Rice. Pull-up jumper from long two-point range. We've seen too many of those tonight. They have not been going in. 9-point game. Now a three missed by Hosch. Now a three for Cameron Lindsay. Got it to go. And that cuts it to a 6-point game, and now the Braves want a full timeout. We'll take another minute and be back. You're listening to Braves basketball here on KOFO. It's a 6-point game.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Have you ever seen a refrigerator that comes with a touchscreen? Have you seen a washer that comes with a built-in sink? Have you seen how much the Home Depot can save you on both? Right now, get up to 35% off appliance special buys at the Home Depot. These feature-packed appliances come in a range of stylish finishes, and nobody beats our prices. Guaranteed. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details.
And we're back in Winfield, where the Braves have cut this to a 6-point game off of 2 threes by Hollis Mitchell and another by Cameron Lindsay. But now a foul on the inbound goes against Titus Rice. And that puts Southwest to within 1 foul of the bonus. DJ Wallace to inbound again. And he gets it to Horsch. Braves with the full court pressure. Wallace leaks it out to Cameron Hunt. Hunt picks it up back to Wallace, and he'll cross the half-court line. Working around the perimeter. Wallace almost lost it there. Hasty got his hand in, almost knocked it away. Now they'll trap Fisher out away from the basket. Wallace goes up. Can't get it to fall. Here's Titus Rice over to Alex Hasty. Hasty wants to drive. Goes off the backboard and off the rim, no good. Horsch was set up to draw the charge, so Hasty had to kind of slide over and avoid him, and it was just enough to affect his shot and make him miss. Now, the ball stolen by Hollis Mitchell down around the baseline. Cameron Lindsay draws his man into the air, now sets it off to Mitchell, over to Bollinger for 3, fouled, and 1 on the three-pointer. Drew the foul as he hit his 5th 3 of the night. And the Braves are to within 3 points, 5:58 on the clock. Team foul number 2, personal foul number 2 on Josh Howard. 6 team fouls for both sides now. Bollinger can make it a 2-point game with his free throw. And it's in. 2-point game, 64-62. Wallace will inbound to Cameron Hunt, who's going to bring it down the court. Now, kick ball by Hollis Mitchell as he got himself into the passing lane there to knock it away from Horsch. We're going to see a substitution as Alan Hodge comes on for DJ Wallace for the Builders. The inbound, Cameron Hunt out there on the corner. Now they trap Horsch. Now they'll trap Hunt. Southwestern trying to swing it around and break the pressure. Here in the half court, Hunt wants to drive the baseline around Bollinger. Has his shot partially blocked. The offensive rebound knocked into the hands of Titus Rice. Rice wants to drive and just has the ball stripped from him by Myron Fisher. And Hollis Mitchell very nearly came back and got the steal of his own. And here's Hodge over to Fisher, passes up the 3, drives. Out to Howard to Horsch for a corner three, and he hits it. Horsch has been lights out from three-point range. Back to a 5-point game, 5 minutes left, 67-62. Hasty directing traffic, the handoff to Titus Rice, and Gonzalez Mitchell. Back to Rice. Rice lost control, but it falls right into the hands of Mitchell. Spins, pull-up jumper, no good. Defensive board by Hunt. Now Hunt bringing it down the other way. Now he's going to slow it up. I'll swing it around the three-point line into the left corner. Now back out to the top of the key. Horsch. They're not giving him any open looks now. Hunt over to Horsch. He's going to put it up from three-point range. No good. Cameron Lindsay with rebound number 11. Here's Hollis Mitchell looking to drive. Goes up. No. Gets his own board. Off the backboard. Rims out. And now he's going to be called for the foul, trying to strip the ball from Howard, going after that rebound. And now the Braves put Southwestern into the bonus, and Hunt will shoot 1-1. Not the guy you want on the line. At least not if you're OU. Now there's some confusion as to who the shooter is, and it's Howard. Apparently they tried, certainly not the first team to try and stick their best free throw shooter at the line and maybe try and take advantage of some confusion, but the referee noticed it and put Howard back at the line. That's going to be a lane violation, so the free throw won't count. Howard, just a 44% free throw shooter, so you can see why they wanted Hunt taking those and not him. But that ends up being a lane violation on Myron Fisher anyway, so it's a moot point. Still a 5-point game, under 4 minutes to go. Hollis Mitchell with the ball, down 5, 67-62. Cam Lindsay in the corner finds Bullinger down low, goes up and in, right over DJ Wallace, pulling to within 3. Alan Hodge take it back the other way for Southwestern. Fisher kicks it to Horsch, passed up the 3. Here's Cameron Hunt, wants to drive, now kicks it out. Ball movement for Southwestern. Now Wallace into the lane, no good. Offensive rebound and put back by Wallace. Got his own board and put it right back, all in midair. Bullinger passed up the top of the key 3 there, gives it to Cam Lindsay, who's thought about a 3 of his own, now works it into Bullinger, who works it into the basket. And the lead is back down to 3. 3:05 to go in the game. And here's DJ Wallace working along the baseline now, kicks it out to Fisher. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Horsch over to Hunt, working against Hollis Mitchell. He's going to pass it into the corner. They'll continue working it around. 5 seconds left on the clock. Hunt's going to want the shot. Now he tries to pass at the last second, and it's off the hand of DJ Wallace. And Southwestern wants a full timeout as the Braves will get the ball with a chance to tie, down by 3. 2:38 to go. You're listening to Braves basketball here on KOFO.
Is that a 747?
Only Taco Bell's $5 cravings deal has 5 of your favorites in one box.
How do planes fly?
So you don't spend your lunch break deciding what's for lunch.
700,000 pounds in the air and no one questions it?
Freeing your mind for so many other thoughts.
I mean...
They're just planes, man. Get over it. Taco Bell's $5 cravings box with a cheesy gordita crunch, burrito supreme, taco, nachos, and a Baja Blast. It's the only lunch that frees your mind and your cravings. At participating locations, prices may vary. Tax extra.
I hate water softeners. I really hate softeners. I hate the thought of lugging salt and that it ruins septic systems. But I hate hard water that causes limescale, which costs thousands in appliance damage and wasted energy.
Stop hating and start loving again with the HydroCare Smart Descaler from Wave Home Solutions. Prevent and eliminate limescale the smart way. No maintenance, no salt, no plumbing required, and better than magnetic wraps. 1 year performance guaranteed. Go to IHateMySoftener.com. IHateMySoftener.com.
2 minutes, 38 seconds to go. The Braves are down 3, 69-66 on the road, trailing Southwestern College. Hollis Mitchell almost loses the ball near half court. Gets it to Bollinger over to right. Drives the baseline up to the basket and in off the backboard. And it's a 1-point game. Braves have trailed by as many as 16 here in the second half. Now it's 69-68. 2:15 remaining. Here's Hodge out on the right wing. Passes it off. They're looking to try and get Horsch an open shot. And he has to pass it along. Here's Hodge for three. Short. Rebounded by Hollis Mitchell. Under 2 minutes to go. Braves down 1. Nedig on the right wing. Finds Bollinger for a long 2. In and out. Nice offensive board by Nedig. Fouled as he goes up for the putback. Cameron Hunt calls for the foul. Nedig's going to go to the line for 2 huge free throws here. Down 1, 69-68, a minute 40 to go. Nedig, not a scorer by nature, a 68% free throw shooter, goes to the line and rolls the first one in to tie this game up. The first tie since early on in the first half. The Braves coming all the way back from down 16 as Rice checks off and Alex Hasty checks on for the defensive possession that will ensue. Nedig could give the Braves their first lead since the first quarter, and he does. He knocks them both down calmly. 70-69, OU on top on the road. Horsch swings it over to Fisher. There's Cameron Hunt, defended by Cameron Lindsay, out on the left wing. We'll continue to move it around the three-point line, get it down low to DJ Wallace, working on Bollinger. He lost the ball. They're going to say that went off Bollinger's leg, and Southwestern will keep it with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Bollinger looked surprised by the call, and it did look like Wallace just dribbled off his foot. Here's the inbound to Horsch for an open three. No good. Fight for the rebound, won by DJ Wallace. Now another three. Rims out. Rebounded by Alex Hasty. A minute 10 to go. Braves holding on to that 1 point lead after a couple of missed threes. And the Braves are going to take a timeout to discuss strategy. 1:05 remaining on the clock. They're on the road with a 1 point lead, 70-69. We'll take a full timeout and then be back with the ending to this game. The Braves have pulled all the way ahead here at Southwestern College on KOFO.
Geico presents Unanswerable Questions.
Why are yawns contagious? What makes some ketchup fancy? Or the big one, why doesn't everyone switch to Geico when they could save 15% or more on car insurance? However, you could be a part of the answer by switching to Geico and saving hundreds for yourself. Money you could use to purchase bottle after bottle of the fanciest of ketchups.
Geico, the answer to savings. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Getting a great night's sleep is easier and more affordable than you might think. You don't need a new expensive mattress or sleeping pills. You just need to change your sheets. Hi, I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch. What makes Boll & Branch sheets different is that they're meticulously crafted from pure 100% organic cotton. And because we only sell online, we've cut out all of the expensive retail markups. Plus, if you go to bollandbranch.com today, we'll give you $50 off your first set of sheets when you use promo code DOZE. bollandbranch.com. Spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. Promo code DOZE.
We're back from break. Braves to inbound up 1, 70-69 on the road, trying to knock off Southwestern and bring themselves back up to 500 in league play. Here's Logan Bollinger working against Josh Howard. Goes up, thought he draw the foul. No, he gets the putback on his own miss and pushes the lead up to 3. 53 seconds left on the clock. Braves up by 3. Cameron Hunt with the ball for Southwestern. Can expect him to have the ball in his hands a lot. Now he's trying to work his way into the lane. Spin move, knocked out of his hands by Jacob Needed. Great defensive play, and now they attack Logan Bollinger, trying to swat the ball away. That's going to be a foul, and the Braves' best free throw shooter is going to the line with a chance to make this a two-possession game with 38.6 seconds left on the clock. Hasty will once again come in for Rice, the defense for offense substitution. Nedig, Mitchell, and Lindsay out there with Bollingers at the free throw line. Barrington Hunter, the three-point shooter, to come in for the bigger guy, Josh Howard. Bollinger, a 91% free throw shooter. First one is up. He got it. Nothing but net. And it's a 4-point game. 38 seconds to go. Another huge free throw waiting for him. They're going to send Titus Rice back in, it looks like. Bollinger makes the free throw. Rice is going to come in for Bollinger. So Southwestern really with no height on the court, so defensively not enough, a lot of need for Logan Bollinger. They need more perimeter off defending right now. Cameron Hunt with the ball, works it in, then kicks it out to a wide open DJ Wallace for three. It's short. Fight for the rebound down in the corner. Hollis Mitchell's going to grab it. 25 seconds left. The bench shouting foul, and Hollis Mitchell is going to go to the line with the Braves up by 5 and 24.8 left on the clock. Mitchell trying to salt this one away and give the Braves a huge road victory here in conference play. And Cameron Hunt comes to the sideline, pounding the seat next to him in frustration as he is fouled out. So that's another huge blow for Southwestern as their top scorer is done for the day. Mitchell, no good on the first free throw, so Southwestern still with the chance. Coming down on 20 seconds to go. DJ Wallace into the lane. Draws some contact from Alex Hasty, who blocked the shot attempt, but it will send Wallace to the line for a pair of free throws. 18.9 remaining on the clock. Howard's going to come into the game for Fisher for Southwestern, and Bollinger coming in for... Bollinger actually came in for Alex Hasty. .9 left on the clock. DJ Wallace, the lot riding on these two free throws. First one is in. Cuts it to a 4-point game. Howard comes out. Howard comes in. Fisher comes out for Southwestern. Wallace can make it a one-possession game here with a made free throw. He missed. Rebounded by Nedig. And Nedig immediately fouled by Wallace. Huge miss and a huge rebound by Jacob Nedig. 17.1 on the clock. That's the third foul on DJ Wallace. Nedig can go a long way towards salting this one away by making these. First one rolls out. He made a couple of clutch ones last time. This time misses the front end of the two shots. Still a 4-point game. Southwestern not out of hope. Braves not putting anybody up there to rebound. Everyone backing up on defense. Misses the second shot. 12 seconds to go. Still a 4-point game. Here's Hunter for three from the top of the key. Missed. Rebounded. Now a shot by Hodge. Missed. Rebounded by Hollis Mitchell with 2 seconds left. No more fouling, and this one's over. The Ottawa Braves steal one on the road. They were down by 16 in the second half, and they come all the way back to win this one 74-70. A huge performance down the stretch by the Braves to pull them back to even in conference play and tie them back up with Southwestern as they split the season series with each team winning on the road. We'll take a break and then be back with the recap for the men's game. You've been listening to OU basketball here on KOFO Sports.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
When we power local with Westar and KCP&L, we keep local jobs right here in Kansas. We're supporting our friends and neighbors and our local economy. When we power local with Westar and KCP&L, we help keep costs down and rates affordable while maintaining our strong commitment to our communities. And that's something we can't afford to lose. Go to kcpl.com/Westar today and learn how you can show your support for keeping power local.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And what a comeback for this OU men's team as they were down by as many as 16 in the second half, coming back to win on the road in Winfield over Southwestern 74-70. They hung in for most of the first half, but kind of fluctuated between a 1 and 2 possession game for most of that first half. And Cameron Hunt able to add some space between the teams down the stretch at the end of that first half by hitting some tough threes, and then OU just shooting 28% in that first half. And then it looked to be getting a little out of hand as Southwestern pushed that lead up to 16 in the second, but really the entire team for Southwestern went ice cold, and OU really buckled down, started forcing some more turnovers, rebounding more aggressively. A couple of back-to-back threes by Hollis Mitchell really ate into that lead, and from there they just kept eating and eating away until they ended up on the right side. And then down the stretch, Southwestern really resorted to hoisting up a number of threes to try and get themselves back into the game, but none of them fell, and the Braves are able to come away with a huge, desperately needed road win to keep them on the right side of the standings, improve their record to 6-6. Logan Bollinger with 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocked shots. That's to be your player of the game. Titus Rice chipped in 15. Cameron Lindsay, 8 points, 12 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals. So a great all-around day for Lindsay despite some shooting struggles. And the Braves, again, improved to 6-6 in conference play after the women's team improves to 8-4 with their win earlier. So a great night for the Braves in Winfield. They will be back in action Wednesday at Wilson Fieldhouse as they host Bethany for, well, they'll play Bethany a second time. They'll host Bethany for a first time. So you've been listening to OU Braves basketball here on KOFO. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm David Potter with KOFO Sports, and you've been listening to another Braves basketball production.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Disborough, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings, Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. For more information about our next OU Brave sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen to 103.7 FM for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.